Okay, so A$AP Rocky, we've been talking all week about, how things are developing early. And yesterday they actually settled on a jury. Still no black people in the jury though, but they settled on a jury. They did 12 people, 4 alternates. It's made up of 7 women, 5 men. The alternates are all women. They're white, Asian, and Hispanic. Opening statements are supposed to begin today in LA at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And over the last couple of days, Rihanna has been coming up. But for some reason, yesterday, they really leaned in on the Rihanna thing. Mm-hmm. They asked one woman who was like a school teacher, because she said she knew Rihanna's music. Mm-hmm. Okay, so if Rihanna walked in this courtroom, would you be able to do your job? And I guess the woman hesitated a bit. And she was like, yeah. And the judge was like, well, why would you hesitate? And she's like, well, I was trying to imagine it in my head.
First of all, that's a random ass question to ask a juror.
No, you have to, because
really?
Yeah, because you're trying to figure out if there's going to be a bias because these people are saying that they know the music because basically she may be a fan.
Well, they asking the wrong questions. They should say, "What's your favorite makeup line? Is it Fenty Beauty?"
They asked that too.
They
asked that too. Yeah, they did.
You got to know that. I think if you dig deeper, like, what's your foundation number for Fenty Beauty, or what's your favorite Rihanna song, or do you think Rihanna should drop a new album and then let the girls go off and see? Now you know if they're really a fan. That's how you can know Rihanna stuff. But anyway, back to the jurors. So. They also picked, I thought that this was interesting. One of the reporters in the room said that they picked a juror who was an old firearms instructor. Mm-hmm. I thought, and so did this reporter, that they would, A$AP Rocky's team would be like, nah, we don't want her. Because remember, there's been a whole conversation about the gun, it being a prop gun, not a prop gun. But both sides were like, yeah, we want her on the jury. Mm-hmm. So that was a good thing. They also, some of the reasons why some people didn't get selected, I thought was adamant, but I'm like, how do you prove this? So one guy, he was saying that he didn't get picked because he said he doesn't trust police because his mom used to be beat up by his dad, and the police never did anything. But they didn't verify that. He just said it, and they're like, okay, cool.
They can't verify everything. That's what I was saying the other day. When you have jurors, there's certain things that you say. They don't have time to see if it's true or not. But if they see somebody saying, hey, I don't trust the police, you're not going to put them on the case.
Man, sometimes you got to get on code, though, man. You ain't supposed to be in there telling them the truth, okay?
He wanted to get off, though. He probably wanted to be
a Rihanna fan, or you an A$AP Rocky fan, and you know that you wear 470, for deep skin with cool neutral undertones, you don't tell them that.
I know that's
You get
right.
on that damn jury and you say not guilty.
One girl said,
wrong with y'all?
One girl that didn't get picked, they asked her, like, what is her job? And she said, oh, I'm a viral content creator. And it was like, what is that? What do you exactly do? She said, I create viral moments. So the judge is like, well, do you know A$AP Rocky? Like, do you know who he is? And she said, yeah, of course. They didn't pick her because she creates viral moments. You can't even have your phone or anything like that or be online like that when you're a juror. So
it's impossible to have jury duty. In a minute, jury duty going to be AI because it's impossible. Because you cannot, they used to tell you to avoid the cases. You can't avoid this stuff. This stuff plays out on social media and in the world before it even gets to a courtroom.
All day long.
Like, all jokes aside, how is somebody like A$AP Rocky going to have a fair trial? How's somebody like Diddy going to have a fair trial?
Like, they're famous. It's like you can't get around who these people are.
Rihanna just did the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. How could you not know who she is? How could you not see her?
And you get like they'll take things into consideration that don't have anything to do with the case. Like, for example, somebody like a Diddy. The jury's going in there to talk about the crimes, right?
The alleged sexual assault.
But think about all the other stuff they probably done seen on social media, including the Cassie tape over the last couple years.
The Cassie tape and all that. Yeah.
How do you have a jury nowadays? Seriously.
Well, what else would if you don't have a jury? What do you do for a trial by jury?
I don't know. I really don't know. I have no idea.
It's almost impossible now. That, like he said, everything's online. Everything's on social media. Everything plays on the news.
Right. Well, another, I guess, like court doc stuff. Yep. Drake, Universal Music Group. So there's reportedly a filing by Universal Music Group, and this filing reportedly is a response to Drake's pre-action deposition request. Remember, he filed in Texas and he filed in New York saying, I want y'all to go inside these companies because there's payola happening, whatever, but it wasn't a lawsuit yet. So he dropped the one in New York and filed the actual defamation lawsuit, but the one in Texas still stands, the pre-action motion. So Universal Music Group has responded to this in court filings reportedly, and they're saying, basically, we need to sit Drake in the corner because he's just a whiny brat. He got into this rap battle back and forth with an artist named Kendrick Lamar. We do, work with both artists' catalogs. And because he was upset about something that was said in a song called Not Like Us, he is now retaliating against Universal Music Group in efforts to suppress our support of the song. That's not fair. He decided to get into this rap battle. Both artists said things about each other and claimed things about each other. we're being retaliated on because we're doing our job as a music label and it's not fair. So they're asking for all of the money for the legal fees that they are having to incur because of the back and forth that they're now doing in documents and going to be doing in court potentially. And they are asking for his pre-motion discovery request to be dismissed. And they're saying that by law, they shouldn't be retaliated on. But I think it's kind of crazy how Universal Music Group really keeps Little Boy and Drake. Like, they keep talking to him like, that's not our problem.
Well, we in court now, so yeah. What's the problem?
I think it just goes to show business is still business at the end of the day. Because I'm sure Drake is like, I did so much for y'all. I made you guys so much money.
Ain't nobody bigger than the program.
At all. That's what this is giving. This is really what this is giving.
Nobody bigger than the program, and you can learn that the easy way or the hard way. And he's learning it the hard way by filing what I believe to be a frivolous lawsuit. But what do I know?
Yeah, what do you know?
And what if somebody sues him back for the same exact thing? And I hate the fact that they keep saying, "Oh, he's not suing Kendrick, he's suing UMG." If the lawsuit is full of Kendrick Lamar lyrics, okay, and that's the reason you suing, come on now.
Yeah, I mean, they mentioned that in the introduction of this document. Universal Music Group does. Reportedly, they say you should have took that up with Kendrick. Like, basically, your issue is not with us, the label. Your issue is with him. We didn't make the song. He did. And
by the way, I said it once. I said it twice. I said it a million times. The person who actually has the real defamation lawsuit in this situation is Kendrick's woman. Because she's
his wife.
She's not a public figure. She minding her business, and she got accused of being a victim of domestic violence. And he said that her child was from Kendrick's best friend, business partner.
Well, if that's
the
true,
real defamation.
Could Adonis bring legal action too? Because Kendrick spoke to Adonis in one of the songs and said,
did he say something that wasn't true? He said your father's a terrible person. That's not defamation.
I mean,
that's more defamation on Drake's end. That's not defamation. I guess. Adonis be sued for defamation for?
Well, in other news, Kanye cannot be canceled. Apparently, he has rejoined the Billionaires Club with an estimated worth right now of $2.77 billion. So, Eton Venture Services is welcoming Kanye back into the Billionaires Club after it is revealed that he has a net worth now that $2.77 billion. The company revealed that the valuation of West's net worth is based on his music portfolio and the sole ownership of Yeezy. Its brand. Although Kanye nor Eton Services divulged additional details, this is a big deal because y'all remember he was the billionaire status, Forbes, all that stuff, but then they claimed that he lost the billionaire status due to the end of his partnership with Adidas. And he's been on this whole Vultures tour and they can't cancel me. I'm gonna do this by myself, and this is giving it's working.
Well, dropping the clues bombs for Kanye West.
What is Kanye selling though?
Is he clothes?
He did.
Is he selling clothes?
Yeah, he done small releases like the wet T-shirts and stuff like that, and he actually made it very affordable. Like the wet T-shirt was like $20. He's done.
I saw hoodies last week. I think last week he made like $2-3 million in a day.
He had some women's stuff coming.
These hoodies here? Is it mine?
Yeah, let me see. Is that on the Yeezy site?
I guess so.
Yeah, the website's at the top.
It says YeezySupply.com. I typed in Yeezy, but I don't know if that's the same site.
So he's been doing small releases.
Okay.
And I saw him post some new sneakers that look very comfortable, by the way. So I got 46-year-old feet, though.
You coming back over to the Kanye West support side?
What do you mean coming back over to the Kanye West support side?
You've never rubbed me as a guy that supports Kanye. I don't know.
I wear Yeezy slides to this day because they're comfortable. I've always said that.
You like the slides, but are you in support of Kanye at this point?
I don't understand y'all.
Why?
There's no things aren't that extreme. It's like, I'm not going to diss him because he made $2 billion.
He wears Yeezys, if that's your question.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I've never stopped wearing Yeezys. Like, what?
I didn't know. I'm just saying I didn't know.
Just because I disagree with certain things that a person does don't mean I throw them away. I like Yeezy slides.
Okay, well,
you don't wear Yeezy slides?
I don't have a pair of Yeezy slides, I have a bunch of stuff from the wet collection. That was actually
the biggest issue. I was like, damn, are Yeezys gonna become a symbol of hate?
Yeah. Charlamagne got the socks. Remember the Yeezy socks? He got those.
I ain't never had no Yeezy socks.
He got the Yeezy sock shoes. The black ones.
I ain't never did that.
The ones that he got.
No, that don't even go with his swag. He dressed like the uncle from the barbecue. The uncles at the barbecues ain't wearing them.
To me personally, the Yeezy slides is the best thing Yeezy ever made. To me, they so comfortable.
I've heard that.
So comfortable.
Yeah, Yeezy slides dope. Yeezy kicks is dope too.
I really think Kanye West though,
the older ones, the 350s and all the
the
older ones.
Those were dope.
Yeah,
those were dope.
But he can't do those no more though, right? No. Because they're Adidas.
Yeah, Adidas owns those.
I'm not a hater.
I didn't say you were a hater. I just didn't think that you were with the bring Kanye back around train. But in wrapping
why would I do that?
Your remarks have never struck me that way.
Yeah, listen, I can disagree with a person and not agree with what a person does, but I'm never ever gonna do that, especially to a black man. I'm never gonna say, yo, he's done. Leave him alone. Throw him out. Don't ever bring him back. No.
All right,
Kanye West is talented.
That's the oppressor's job.
Gals. Charlamagne, who you giving your donkey to?
Gals. I'm saying that's the oppressor's job.
Everybody
We don't
always
do
think
that.
you just angry. That's why he tried to break it up.
That's true. I'm not saying.
All right, gals.
We gotta go.
Donkey today. Who you giving your donkey to?
4 after the hour. Speaking of angry, okay, there's a man named Monjay D. James Wooden who needs to come to the front of the congregation. We would like to have a word with him, please.
All right, we'll get to that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.